Some men chase power, some chase money, but there are a few who chase something far darker. This is the story of Jeffrey Epstein, a name that once moved freely among the most powerful people in the world, and the horrifying secrets that followed him. On the surface, Epstein was a billionaire financier. He had private jets, luxury mansions, and connections that reached the highest levels of society. Politicians, celebrities, and even royalty all appeared within his circle. But behind that polished image, there was another world. A hidden operation, built on manipulation, control, and unimaginable abuse. Far away from the public eye, in the Caribbean, sat a private island known as Little St. James. To outsiders it looked like paradise. Crystal clear waters, white sandy beaches, and extravagant villas. But for many young girls, it was anything but paradise. It was a trap. Victims would later describe it as a place where escape felt impossible, where their voices didn't matter, and where they were treated not as human beings, but as objects. And Epstein wasn't alone. At the center of this operation was Ghislaine Maxwell, a high society socialite, and Epstein's closest associate. To the outside world she was charming, well-connected, and respected. But behind closed doors, she allegedly played a critical role in recruiting young girls, gaining their trust, and pulling them into Epstein's network. Many of these girls were vulnerable. Some were promised opportunities, modeling careers, or financial help. But once they stepped into that world, everything changed. What they thought was an opportunity quickly turned into a nightmare. In the 1990s, one brave victim tried to speak out. She reported everything to the authorities, hoping to stop what was happening. But her voice was ignored. No serious action was taken. No major investigation followed. And because of that, the system failed. Years passed, and the operation continued. By 2005, authorities finally began investigating Epstein for the abuse of dozens of underage girls. The evidence was strong. The case was serious. But what happened next shocked the world. In 2007, Epstein made a deal. A deal that allowed him to plead guilty to a much lesser charge, in exchange for minimal jail time. Just over a year. Even more disturbing, his associates were granted immunity, meaning those who may have helped him walked free. For the victims, it was devastating. It sent a message that power and wealth could bend the rules, even in the face of horrific crimes. For years, Epstein continued living a life of luxury, despite the allegations surrounding him. Then in 2019, everything changed. He was arrested again. This time the charges were far more serious. Sex trafficking, exploitation of minors. A case that finally seemed impossible to ignore. The world watched closely, waiting for justice. But just 1 month later, the story took a shocking turn. Jeffrey Epstein was found dead in his jail cell. The official ruling, suicide. But questions quickly followed. How did this happen? Was it truly suicide, or something else? To this day, many believe the full truth has never been revealed. But Epstein's death did not end the investigation. Instead, it shifted the focus. Attention turned toward the people around him, the powerful connections, the individuals who may have known, or even participated. One name stood out above the rest. Prince Andrew. A member of the British royal family, accused by a victim of being involved through Epstein's network. He denied all allegations. But the controversy never truly went away. Then came another major breakthrough. In 2020, after disappearing from public view, Ghislaine Maxwell was finally arrested. She was charged with multiple offenses, including recruiting and grooming underage girls for Epstein. For many victims, this moment meant everything. After years of silence, fear, and pain, they finally felt heard. Some described it as the first time they experienced relief, instead of terror. But even with her arrest, many questions remain unanswered. How many people were truly involved? How far did this network reach? And how much of the truth is still hidden? Today, Epstein's island sits abandoned, silent. But the secrets it holds still echo. Stories of manipulation, control, and lives forever changed. For the victims, this is not just a story. It's their reality. A fight for justice that continues even now. Because for them, this isn't over. Not until every name is exposed. Not until every truth is revealed. And not until those responsible are held accountable. Jeffrey Epstein may be gone, but this story is far from over. This is just the beginning. If you want more stories that expose the truth behind the world's darkest crimes, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and share it with others.